Hey man, it's me, Kevin Smith, and you are listening to DVD Weekly Podcast, the only place where you're going to get the straight poop. And I don't mean that in the dirty way.
So if everything worked like it should have, you just heard some commercials.
Ooh, that's right? This is the first one, huh?
That's right. But then I got to thinking, what happens if it takes a while to get hooked up? And then you heard nothing. You heard nothing. And this old equipment will continue to live on.
That's right.
How you doing?
Oh, hey, happy 4th of July, huh?
Absolutely. The 4th of July is here as we take a look at the DVD releases and a bunch of other stuff for July 8th, 2025.
Man, just plugging right along.
God, no kidding, huh?
Yeah.
Before we know it, you'll be 50.
I know, God, yeah, you're right.
See, I get to say that all year. I am just not going to let that go.
Oh, I know you won't. Okay.
You know what? You know why?
No, I wouldn't let you.
You know why I do it to you? Because I don't dare do it to my wife. We don't even talk about it.
You got to do it to somebody.
Yeah.
And you know I'm fine with it.
I know you can take
handle
it. You got rough skin, tough skin. Let's take a look here at all the fine things. What's that noise?
Yeah.
What happened? What happened just then?
I didn't hear anything.
Sirens, brother.
What?
Oh,
no.
not what I think it is.
God, what did we do this time?
Hello, brothers. This is Correction Officer Matthew Cunningham calling. You mentioned during the podcast about the song da-na-na-na-na-na. That's actually from Chariots of Fire. Vangelis, he won an Academy Award for the soundtrack for that. The song that you're thinking of is called St. Elmo's Fire, Man in Motion by John Parr. That's the one from St. Elmo's Fire. So you guys have a great day. Look forward to correcting you again sometime. Bye.
He's got our number, brother.
Yeah, Chariots of
He
Fire.
has got our
Yeah,
number.
well, yeah. And he's hope to do this again sometime, probably this week.
Yeah, sometime very soon, I'm sure. Maybe before the
Try
show's
not to.
over.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
God.
brother.
Times. What you got going on today, brother? For the
Let's
4th
see.
of
You know
July?
what? Nothing.
Chilling?
Working my little 3D business.
Nice.
Doing its thing. Got all my dinosaurs all set and ready to go now.
Oh, very
It's
good.
the Jurassic Skeleton Collection. is
Ooh,
what
I
we're
like
calling
that.
it. And we got that all done. And I've just we finally got the studio here to look halfway decent.
There you go.
There's still piles here and there.
Yeah.
But that's my life, brother. I live in piles.
I heard
Yes.
that.
Yeah, live in piles.
And they don't do the fireworks probably calm nowadays here because they're banned now. I mean, they have been, but
They let off a firework in our neighborhood this morning.
this morning.
That scared the living hell out of me. It was a good test for my heart to see how it's doing.
Wow, it was like a
The
bomb.
fact that I did not have a heart attack was a good thing. It was so loud.
Jeez.
And the thing is, it was at 9:45 a.m.
Okay.
And the thing about it was that it was so loud. And then after it, nothing.
So just one,
Usually-
or it maybe blew up the person.
Or blew the person sky high. So one way or another, I mean, because, usually you have more than one firecracker.
Yeah, right.
But,
This was
either
just
that or
one.
they were just in shock.
Right, they're like, we're good.
Yeah. So, but yeah, this neighborhood is a great neighborhood
Yeah.
to be in during the 4th of July because we literally have fireworks blowing off all around us.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, right.
All around us.
Right.
Last year was a little goofy pie because of the way the calendar was. Remember, some people did it the night before.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it was like on the weekend.
But this year, it's happening on Friday. It'll all happen tonight.
Yeah.
Although somebody was doing professional fireworks, I think, yesterday.
Yeah, I think wasn't that the?
Was that the one at the park?
I think that was the park. I
That's
think
what
they did that
it's-
on the 3rd.
What a
I don't know
weird.
why they do that.
Yeah, what?
I've never understood that. But yeah, I think they did their big thing for the city last night.
Because really,
I
have you ever been to that?
1 year. Remember
It's-
we
it's
went out, we
not-
saw the boats, they were
It's
doing those
really,
little race boats.
It's not that big of a deal.
No, not
They don't
really.
do much.
No.
Have a sale. Have craft sales
Right.
or something. basically, if you don't walk in there with a cooler full of beverages and bring your barbecue some steaks, if you're not doing that, then you're just kind of stuck there with nothing to do.
Yeah, that's true.
I felt really.
I haven't done it in a long time. I don't know if they've changed it or not. I don't know when
we
the last
did
time you
it.
did it.
Was it last year?
Gotcha.
Last year, or the year before. And it just was weird. We were just kind of like, okay, here we are.
Yeah.
They did have some music. They had a band, so that was kind of nice.
Right.
But yeah,
need some more action. Yeah.
They do. They do. I mean, I don't know why they do. And I know I'm all into the whole crap sales right now because of the whole 3D thing. But to me, that's what's really missing.
Yeah.
Remember
that makes sense.
Ojai
is.
It is a 4th of July town.
It is. It's like a small town vibe.
It almost reminds me of Amityville for Jaws.
Oh, sure.
Except that it's not ocean.
Yeah, I was going to say, we don't have water, but...
Right. And it's perfect for it. And they did 4th of July up right.
Yeah, man. It was always fun.
Yeah, because you could watch the parade.
Yeah.
And then within close proximity, because Ojai's not huge.
Right.
The town itself, it does spread out into the mountains and, goes all over the place. But
yeah, the heart of downtown is very small.
Heart of downtown, and that's where it all happened.
Yeah.
And then you go to the park afterwards.
Yeah,
the park will be full of fun things.
They had bands.
And
I remember you always see your friends from school because you hadn't seen them for a few weeks.
Right.
You'd been out of school.
And then after that night, the fireworks are from the high school. So that's kind of fun. It's right there.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And then we'd always go to Mom and Dad's house after they built their new house when you were born.
Mm-hmm.
And sit up on that porch that we now find out was very unsafe.
Yeah, right.
We always wondered how it kept us from how we could stand. Should we be standing here? It just doesn't seem like those 2x4s were enough to keep those up. And then we could watch the fireworks from there. It was really cool.
Yeah.
Dad always barbecued.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Those were good times, man.
Good times, brother. Good times. Hope you have yourself a really nice
That's right.
4th of July tonight.
I got 2 parties I'm hitting up today.
Hey, it's the whole weekend. I mean, we celebrate the whole weekend.
Yeah.
Right? So, hope everybody has...
tries.
I got off work early yesterday, so I was very happy about that.
Yeah, very good.
So I had half of yesterday, all of today as we record this on a Friday, and then Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah, unfortunately, I start working on Saturday. Actually, I actually sort of start tomorrow night, but we got the whole family's covered because I'm staying in Seattle all week this week.
Yeah,
because we have our MCAPS event that's happening down at Climate Pledge Arena.
Nice.
And the summit. So, convention center. So yeah, my first night is tomorrow night, and then I'm staying through Thursday night down in Seattle. But it'll be fun. The family's coming out tomorrow, so we are going to go have some fun in Seattle tomorrow.
That's cool.
And then they're all staying with me in my hotel that night, and then getting up on Sunday and coming home, and then I get up and go to Climate Pledge on Sunday.
Well, that'll be good.
Yeah, it's all good.
Not to worry about it.
It's actually kind of fun to work Climate Pledge, and we found out. So I did a site survey there on Thursday, figuring out where we're at, and we manage the transmission, right?
Yeah.
So all the feeds going in and out of Climate Pledge Arena is kind of what I'm responsible for, and we have like a station where we sit and we have all the monitoring and stuff, and they were trying to find a good spot for us. We ended up in the visitors' workout room. So there's like workout gear in there, and there's weights. It's like a little workout room for the visiting team, hockey team that comes, so they can like get warmed up for the games. And we're staying like our room is right next to the visitors' locker room.
That's interesting.
Which they're using for other stuff. But yeah, I was like, this is actually kind of cool. Like, so yeah, we're totally in the bowels of Climate Pledge Arena, but it should be a pretty fun week actually.
Sounds good.
As long as the event goes well.
Sounds delightful.
Yes, sir.
Brother, are we celebrating any lives today?
Oh, man, we lost a solid actor yesterday. A guy that I really, really like. I mean, he was my favorite in Reservoir Dogs, which is one of my all-time favorite films, my favorite Quentin Tarantino film. He was also in Kill Bill. He was in Donnie Brasco, all kinds of stuff. Michael Madsen.
Yes, sir.
Damn it. Dead at 67. It appears to be cardiac arrest. He was found unresponsive in his Malibu home yesterday.
Yeah.
So damn it. I really like Michael Madsen. I mean, his role in Reservoir Dogs is just, when he's torturing that guy, that's tied to the chair. Like that scene, it just scarred in my memory. But really love Michael Madsen. So yeah, man, I hate that loss right before a big fun American holiday. Damn it.
Absolutely, brother.
So let's crack it open.
Let's crack
for
it
Michael.
open to him.
Crack it open to him and to 4th of July.
4th of July,
Come on
brother.
now. Throw it down with some liquid death.
Yeah.
Throw some vodka in that. That's good. Love it, brother. So we moving on. Is it time for little sports, or you got some other action?
Let's get right into sports, brother.
Well, let's do it. A little soccer action, a little football.
Oh.
The CONCACAF Gold Cup Final is on Sunday, and it is a rematch. USA versus Mexico. That is always a fun matchup to watch. It's always a very passionate crowd. So they're in the finals, Gold Cup Final on Sunday. That's going to be fun at 4 o'clock. USA versus Mexico. And then F1 has one of their greatest events of the year this weekend, the British Grand Prix at Silverstone. One of the most classic tracks in all of F1. So looking forward to watching that. NASCAR, brother.
Whoa.
Big race. And wow, what a hell of a race last weekend in Atlanta. I love Atlanta. It's one of my favorite tracks. It's damn near, what Daytona and Talladega are now, just the high-speed restrictor plate racing. And my brother, Chase Elliott, won in Atlanta last weekend. God, that was fan-freaking-tastic.
So now you have a new brother?
I was telling you, brother.
No, you said my brother. You made it sound like he was your brother.
Yeah, sorry about that. Chase Elliott now locked into the playoffs. He was going to probably get there with points anyways, but now it doesn't matter. Won the race. Fantastic.
Very
it was
nice.
Such a fun race. And then this weekend, they are at the street course in Chicago for the Grant Park 165 on Sunday. So that'll be a fun one to watch. Indy cars in Mid-Ohio for the Grand Prix of Lexington. NHRA is off this weekend. And Joey Chestnut, brother.
Roasting on an
And
open
it's already
fire, brother.
happened, but I haven't watched it, haven't read about it yet. But Joey Chestnut is back, returning as a huge favorite in the Nathan's Hot Dog Eating Contest today, brother.
Yeah, brother.
Taking place there in Long Island, New York. He missed last year over a sponsorship dispute, but he is back and going for his record-extending 17th yellow belt. 17th.
Dude, how long can you get by with
I
that
don't
before
know.
finally your
Right?
body goes, okay, that's enough?
Seriously, dude, seriously.
Yeah.
Looking forward to watching that. It's always an S show, but it's always like, it's just a 4th of July tradition. So I love seeing that.
Brother, whatever happened to the Firecracker 500?
Right? This happened last year too. I don't know.
That's
And they
sad.
used to do like the Daytona race, right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
the Coca-Cola, or no, that was the what did they name that for a while? Well, it was a Firecracker 400 for
is it
quite
400?
a while. Yeah, that's a
Okay.
4. It's a little shorter than the Daytona 500.
I threw a little extra in there.
Yeah. But yeah, they don't do that anymore.
Yeah, it's
they're
sad.
doing the Chicago street race. So
That's
yeah,
too bad.
I'm with you on
That's
that.
not American.
Oh, I will mention though. So NASCAR, it's done on Prime, right? So now they're on TNT.
Yeah.
But HBO Max is doing the in-car cameras still.
Nice.
So and it got announced it's for the rest of the season. So that is freaking awesome.
Yeah.
And you can even watch those on demand. So if you can't catch the race live,
Oh, that's cool.
right? Because the Atlanta race was last week on Saturday night, and I couldn't watch it live. So watched it on Sunday and just was like, oh, what if I pull this up? Sure enough, man, I was able to sync them both up and
That's
watch it
cool.
like it was live. So
Yeah.
super freaking cool what they're doing this year. It's fun to watch those in-car cameras.
Nice.
And get all that the banter between the driver and the crew chief. It's always good stuff. And there you go. That's sports, brother.
All right, as we step into the world of Disney, yes, sir. Let me just tell you, the world is full of fake news, brother. Fake news.
How about that?
I gotta tell you, I was watching a YouTube video. Have you seen this? Where it's all fake, and there's like announcers,
Yeah, dude.
It-
And they're doing influencers
but
now.
they don't look fake.
No, not at all. It's that new Google.
But are they really fake?
Yes, that is that new Google AO or whatever the hell it's called. That new, but it's like the latest engine for
Crazy.
AI. And yeah, you cannot
They
tell the
look
difference.
like real
dude.
reporters.
Yeah, it's freaking nuts. Dan Orm created his own because you can make like influencers now. So he created this influencer that looked like Wednesday from Addams Family.
Yeah.
Dude, it looked just like her. I'm like, I
so
cannot
weird.
even imagine that this is not real. Like it's insane.
That is crazy.
It
Because
is
as I watched it, I kept thinking,
insane.
this isn't. This is they're fooling us.
Yeah, right.
These are actually real people, and just saying in the end, and I'm fake.
Yeah,
But they're really fake.
they are. Yeah, man. It is frightening.
And they're out there in the weather and the rain.
Right.
And wow.
Pretty crazy, man.
Well, I got fake news too.
we do a lot in this show.
Fake news I was not happy about.
Uh-oh.
Not happy in the world of Disney. So a big video comes out saying that the Disney store on June 3rd is going to bring out their new Halloween merchandise.
On June 3rd or July 3rd?
I'm sorry, July 3rd.
July
I
3rd,
wrote
okay.
June 3rd.
Gotcha.
On July 3rd. So I'm like, yes. So then I just happen to have just a crap load of Disney gift certificates.
Right?
So I'm ready, brother. I'm ready. The wife tells me about it the night before.
Yeah.
You know, I make sure I get all my gift certificates in a row and I'm all ready to go. Fake news, brother.
No.
The video was fake.
That sucks. Dude.
And it was the swinging doors of the Haunted Mansion on the outside.
Really?
And the people walked in, the door closed, and it was all scary. And I was pissed, brother.
Fake news.
All day long, I'm on DisneyStore.com.
Like, what's happening?
going, when is it coming? When is it coming? Dude, I hate people that do that.
I know, dude.
That's so wrong, dude.
Yeah. Well, we see there's so many ones too about like new Netflix series that are
Yeah.
coming out that are all fake.
It's so
It's
wrong.
just like you can't.
You know, pretty
literally
soon-
can't trust anything
No.
you see.
You can
Like,
trust this show. This is the show you can trust. I will never do that. I promise. You can trust this show. As a matter of fact, just so you know, I was so pissed. I got on the phone, the old-fashioned phone, brother, the
Yeah.
rotary phone. I picked up my phone and I called the ghost of Walt Disney. And I'm
How'd that
telling you
go?
right now, I call him up. He said, Walt, and, you know, he knows because I call him a lot. And he says, you know, what can I do for you, Don? And I said, what the hell, dude? I said, I did the, and he interrupted me, dude. He interrupted me. He said, I know. Calm down.
Calm
So
down.
I was all right. And he says, you know, people are going to do what people are going to do. I said, no. I said, listen, I just want to know, when are you really going to release the Disney merchandise? Because now everybody's, again, I could almost feel his hand on my shoulder as he calmed me and said, July 7th.
Oh, see,
July 7th, cuz.
you don't have to wait too long.
And that threw me. Because when he said cuz, I'm like, cuz why? And I waited and wait. Dude, the most uncomfortable 4 minutes I've ever spent. He was calling me cousin. I didn't know that. We just sat there and said nothing for 4 minutes. Anyway, that's when it's coming out, ladies and gentlemen.
The 7th.
It's going to be a lot of Haunted Mansion merchandise
Nice.
coming out on Monday, July 7th.
Very good,
Looking forward
brother.
to that. Also, and these are all, you know, exciting things. We've got that Disneyland 70th coming up, what, in about a week, 2 weeks?
Geez, yeah.
On the 17th. That's going to be good times. I haven't really heard much about what they're going to be doing, but I haven't really had much time. I am watching live Disneyland broadcast right here
That's right. We're riding pirates
in
right
the
now.
Donna Shocko, Jared Shocko Studios of Love,
Yeah.
riding pirates, as you said. The Disney Music Emporium
Oh yeah, I like that site.
has re-released A Day at Disneyland, the vinyl, narrated by Walt Disney himself.
Oh, that's cool.
I should have talked to Walt about that yesterday.
you
when I-
should've.
Oh man!
I can't remember. I
So-
don't think I have this one.
But now here's something weird about it. I bought it. I went back to my emails to see, and I bought it. It's there. I got the email confirmation. But if you go back today and look it up, it's not there.
Huh.
Yeah, and they haven't shipped it yet.
That's weird.
If you buy an album that's not out yet and an album that is out,
Yeah, you gotta wait.
do you have to wait until the?
It depends. You know, some companies do it that way. Others, you have the choice. I don't know. With Disney, it's probably if you make an order, you got to wait till everything's available.
Well, that could be because the other one that I got is it's the I'm sitting here look. Oh, that's where I messed up. So Izmich is not a real word. I have here the Izmich.
Izmich.
I think I was trying to say something about inches. What is a smaller thing? Is that a 7-inch?
7-inch, yeah.
They come out with It's a Small World 70th anniversary vinyl single.
Gotcha.
Now, this is going to ship out on July 16th, the day before Disneyland's birthday.
Oh, nice.
So they're trying to I went online. You can't find it anywhere.
Really?
And I know everybody's just clamoring for it. What? What's so funny? It's a 7-inch of Richard Sherman's last verse. You know, he just before he passed away, he wrote a new version of the "It's a Small World" song, and it is performed by the Disneyland Children's Choir. They're the ones that did the song for "It's a Small World" for the attraction. So, although they're not saying it here, this is the one that is going to start playing on the 17th.
Gotcha.
So on Disneyland's birthday, that's when they're adding that verse, because we talked about that before.
Yeah.
And when the It's a Small World came back up from the long rehab, we thought, or refurb as they call it now, which I guess is better because it makes it sound like Small World's got an alcohol problem. When they came back up, it was the same version, and we're like, what? But anyway, that's why, because they're holding it back. So on the 17th, you'll be able to ride the attraction with the new song, and you'll be able to get it. Still available right now, pre-sale on Disney Music Emporium. And that, my friends, is your Disney news.
Very good. Is that a picture disc, by the way?
It is a very cool picture. This is a blue vinyl, and then the clock face is in the middle,
cool.
of course.
That's cool, yeah.
And then, So,
very good.
So there you go. I'm so excited. But it hasn't. I gotta wait for it to come out.
That's ridiculous.
Dude, let me tell you, it takes a while to get stuff from Disney Music Emporium.
Yeah, I've run into that before.
And you know what? Not only that, it takes a while to get stuff from the Disney catalog, too.
Does it?
It really does.
There's no Amazon.
We are in the Amazon era here, where when I order something today, I want it tomorrow.
Right.
And you can forget that with the Disney store, because it ain't going to happen.
Ain't going to happen.
It ain't going to happen that way.
We moving into music, though. That was a good segue, brother.
Thank you very much,
vinyl.
brother.
Yeah.
Music is beautiful.
Right, it's beautiful stuff.
Yeah.
Went to the Halsey show last week.
Oh, how was she?
She was really good, dude. It was actually, in my opinion, it was a much better show than when we saw her 2 years ago.
Really?
That was the first time I saw her, was a couple of years ago at same venue at White River. And I don't know, I was kind of let down. I'm like, she was, I don't know, I just wasn't putting off good vibes in between songs. I don't know what the deal was. This song was like night and day difference. Like I feel like she sounded better. The stage performing was better. There was a lot more going on. And it was cool, man. At one point, she came out and walked right in front of us. You know, that row, like behind the audio board.
Right.
She came and walked up that aisle.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so it was pretty cool. We got some good pictures of her. So yeah,
you could reach over sometimes
show.
and they'll hit your hand.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. But then, oh my God, there is some big concert news this weekend, brother.
Look out.
Big
I'm ready.
show tomorrow, Saturday, July 5th. I'd give my left nut to be there.
Mm-hmm.
Back to the beginning, brother. It's happening in Birmingham, England.
Oh, wow.
Tomorrow, it is Ozzy Osbourne's final time
again
on stage in concert with his original mates from Black Sabbath. All the original guys back, man, including Bill Ward, the drummer. So cool. And this is it, man. Like, Ozzy, like, he will not perform on stage again. This is it. This whole thing has been, that was the lead up to this.
Yeah.
Is that it's one more time for Ozzy. And I think he's going to be seated even when he plays. Yeah. Like, he's not doing super well, but I guess his voice is still pretty strong. And
it was never that good. Come on.
Oh, what? Ozzy's voice is incredible. And this show, man, they put together an incredible lineup of metal bands.
Yeah.
All there to, they're going to be singing Black Sabbath songs, like just giving total tribute to Ozzy and Black Sabbath for, the creation of heavy metal as we know it today. Bands like Metallica, Slayer, Pantera, Gojira, Alice in Chains, Lamb of God, Anthrax, Mastodon, Hailstorm. And then you got like a bunch of like people from bands like Billy Corgan from Smashing Pumpkins. You got Slash and Duff from Guns N' Roses. Jonathan Davis from Korn. Papa V Perpetua from Ghost is going to be there. Sammy Hagar, Tom Morello, and many, many more. Now, a lot of people not able to make this show since it's in Birmingham, England.
Yeah.
Travis is going. Travis is there. Travis and Wendy, my old manager now. He's not my manager anymore.
Nice.
But yeah, Travis and Wendy, they've been there for almost a week. They went to London and stuff, and then they're in Birmingham now. Yeah, because they're huge Aussie fans, especially Travis. So yeah, kind of live vicariously through them. But this is going to be streamed live on pay-per-view.
Oh, hey.
Yes, starting tomorrow morning, Saturday at 7 a.m. Pacific. It's actually on a 2-hour tape delay.
Yeah.
That they're doing this, but you can pay $29.99 and get the entire show, and then you get it on demand until like the 7th or something like that. So, I think I'm going to have to get this, encode it, get it up on Plex.
I knew.
This show,
I knew you were going to say that.
Yeah,
it's beautiful, brother.
This show's too special not to have. Back to the beginning.
That's cool.
It's going to be fun to watch. So there you go. Ozzy's final farewell. And now let's get to the Amazon Top 5 this week.
How is it this week?
It's not.
Sad.
Nah, nothing I'm interested in. I mean, these first two would be solid, though. Number 5, and these are for July 4th. These are releases for the 4th of July.
Nice.
Dexter Gordon coming in at number 5 with Landslide Blue Note Tone Poet Edition. You know, those Blue Notes, like every once in a while, it's like a couple weeks a year, they do like a bunch of releases. And the 4th of July, I feel like, is always one of those. Kind of like old blues and jazz releases. So this Dexter Gordon Landslide was first released in 1980. Collected unreleased recordings made during 3 different Blue Note sessions from 1961 and 1962. Dexter Gordon, the great saxophonist. So there's that one. And then at number 4, it's Sam Rivers, a new Conception Blue Note Tone Poet Edition. Another saxophonist, the old Sam Rivers. This one's a set of standards given riveting interpretations by his quartet, brother.
Nice.
At number 3, got a little power metal with War Kings and their new album Armageddon. The multinational power metal band led by Austrian singer George Neuhauser of the band Serenity. This is their 5th studio album. At number 2, brother, it's the Wu-Tang Clan.
Hey.
Come on now. With Enter the Wu-Tang, 36 Chambers, live from New York State of Mind tour at Climate Pledge Arena.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I was surprised by that. This is a
cool.
2023 show coming out on vinyl. It's actually made with recycled regrind vinyl. Each disc will be a unique in color and one of a kind.
And if you listen carefully, you can actually hear what was actually on that vinyl.
Oh wow.
Quietly in the background. It may change every once in a while.
Right. But I do kind of dig the fact that like everyone's unique. Everyone will be a little bit different color.
Yeah.
And fun little side funny story about Wu-Tang Clan. So they're on their final tour right now.
Yeah.
Right. This is their farewell tour. They just played in Seattle last weekend. Right. My neighbor Nicole, she posts on Facebook the day after the show, saying how upset she was because she's sitting there with 2 tickets to the show because she thought it was Sunday night instead of Saturday night. So she completely, and that was like bucket list for her to see Wu-Tang Clan. She'd never seen them before.
No.
It's the last time they're ever playing here. And she completely spaced
that's a
the date.
heartbreaker.
I know.
Oh.
And she had the tickets. She had 2 tickets like ready to go.
Those seats just sat empty.
Yeah, sat empty.
Oh.
Yeah. She said she was heartbroken when she realized it. Because she was like getting ready for the show. She's like, where are the tickets? And then saw the date. And she's like, oh my God.
That's sad.
So anyways, a little side funny / sad story. And at number 1 at Amazon.com this week, it's Kesha, brother, with her new album, Period.
That's it?
It's just a dot. It's not even the word period. It's just a dot. But they're calling it period. I don't know. An unapologetic declaration of artistic freedom and fearless authenticity, brother.
Wow.
Is what they're saying about this new Kesha record. And it was independently released under her own label, Kesha Records.
There
How
she
about
goes.
that?
That's
Yeah.
smart.
Little pop star.
That's smart.
Totally smart. Totally smart.
Take down that music
Right?
industry.
Yeah, and then she's at number 1 this week. So,
Nice.
So good for her for that. There you go. That's music this week, sir.
All righty. Very nice. Nice job, brother. Let's move into TV. Shall we?
Yeah,
That
sorry.
was a master drink you
Took
just
a big chug back
That's
here.
almost like 3 drinks in one.
That was.
Thought you were back there drinking the alcohol there for a minute.
That'll come soon enough.
I had a feeling.
Yeah. Hopefully I make it to the second party. The Bear, brother. We talked about it.
Yep.
Season 3 is out. It's fantastic. I said that season 4. I said that season 5 hadn't been announced. Like, don't know what's going to happen. Well, it has been renewed, brother, for a season 5.
There you go.
Very excited about that. I'm kind of hoping. I don't want the show to end, but I'm kind of hoping they just put everything into one more episode and or one more season.
One more season.
And do 5 seasons, call it good. But yeah, excited that that's coming back. And then I did finish Squid Game season 3, which was solid, dude.
Yeah.
It had like jump rope. The 2 new games in this part of the season, or this 3rd season, were so good. Jump rope and hide and seek. Oh my god, they were both just freaking brutal as hell. Awesome stuff, Squid Game. So that's and there will be. I'm hearing there's going to be a season 4. So we'll see what happens there. And then new this week, The Sandman season 2 on Netflix. I didn't even realize there was going to be a new season. This is the second and final season of the epic and heavenly fantasy series based on the graphic novel. Released in 2 parts, with the first 6 episodes available now, and the final 5 will come out on July 24th. That's Sandman Season 2. And then today, you might not be hearing this today, but it is 4th of July. And the Macy's 4th of July fireworks, brother.
Yeah?
On Peacock.
Nice.
Tonight at 5 p.m.
Nice.
Pacific.
I didn't know they did that.
Yeah, I didn't know either.
Uh-uh.
I didn't know that. So yeah, there you go. If you got no fireworks in your area, turn on Peacock.
Yeah.
Watch them Macy's.
That's beautiful. Beautiful, brother.
That rolls us into movies, good sir.
Good old movies.
Good old movies, and there is a decent amount coming out on VOD and other stuff, other outlets this week.
I have none.
No?
No.
It's a decent amount. Like, starting with Ballerina, which is the first spin-off film in the John Wick series, just recently in theaters. That is now available on VOD. Also, Bring Her Back on VOD. This is the follow-up to Talk to Me, which was a really solid horror film from 2022. In this one, a brother and sister uncover a terrifying ritual at the secluded home of their new foster mother. So that's on VOD. Also, the new Marvel Cinematic Universe film Thunderbolts on VOD this week. After finding themselves ensnared in a death trap, an unconventional team of anti-heroes must go on a dangerous mission that will force them to confront the darkest corners of their pasts.
Whoa.
Stars Florence Pugh, one of my favorites, Sebastian Stan, and Julia Louis-Dreyfus in that as well in the Thunderbolts. Some other new films coming out on Prime Video. Heads of State, the action comedy starring John Cena and Idris Elba. When the UK Prime Minister and US President become the targets of a foreign adversary, they're forced to rely on one another to thwart a global conspiracy. Also, The Old Guard 2 on Netflix. Andy leads immortal warriors against a powerful enemy threatening their group. They grapple with the resurfacing of a long-lost immortal, complicating their mission to safeguard humanity. God, that's just brutal.
That's crazy.
The sequel stars Charlize Theron and Uma Thurman also in this.
Wow.
And then on Hulu, you're going to get In the Lost Lands, directed by Paul W.S. Anderson and starring Mia Jovovich, his wife. Of course, they did all those Resident Evil films together. Also, Dave Bautista in this. It's based on a George R.R. Martin short story of the same name, but 24% on Rotten Tomatoes. So, Tread carefully into that one.
Ouch.
Tread carefully.
Yes.
And then this
That one will
sounds-
not be on Plex.
Yeah, exactly. Actually, what is it? Yeah, no, it will not be. On Becoming a Guinea Fowl. Yeah, interesting name. On Becoming a Guinea Fowl is on HBO Max. This film currently on Rotten Tomatoes, 92 reviews, 100%.
Wow.
This film. On an empty road in the middle of the night, Shula stumbles across the body of her uncle. As funeral proceedings begin around them, she and her cousins bring to light the buried secrets of their middle-class Zambian family.
Wow.
This is a dark comedy by A24. Love A24. Love that company. So yeah, might be one to look out
Nothing
for.
about that sounded like a comedy.
I know, totally, right? Exactly. But it apparently is a dark comedy. And 100% with 92 reviews. So yeah, that's on Max. And then Sinners, brother. We talked about it a couple weeks ago. The Ryan Coogler drama horror, which was my favorite film of the year.
What?
Until last weekend.
What
Which we'll
the-
get to. But Sinners now on HBO Max, brother. It's a solid film. Highly, highly suggest checking that out. And that takes us to physical releases, good sir.
Yes, sir.
4K Blu-ray releases is what I'm talking about. That are coming out on July 8th. You don't have it. You don't have anything. You said. Is that what you're
Nothing,
saying?
brother.
Fine.
Nothing animated. Nothing.
Fine.
Nothing in my genre.
I'm going to disagree. I think there is one animated.
Really?
And there is one that I would think you might have covered because I feel like you were kind of into this film when it came out. I could be wrong. But let me start.
Well, okay. But, is it an old one?
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe I should have.
But, let's start off with a film from 1966.
To start with an E.
It does, bro.
Yeah.
Not this one. This
No,
is another
no.
one. But yeah,
I got
from
you.
1966, Arabesque is
Yeah.
coming out in a steelbook and regular edition. The one we were just chatting about that starts with an E from 1974. What is it, brother?
Earthquake.
Earthquake.
Yeah.
It's also getting a steelbook release, directed by Mark Robson. This one stars Charlton Heston, of course. So that's some good stuff.
You know what's
there
funny?
in
Because
4K.
when I saw that movie has some kind of emotional grab to me, but I don't really know why. Except that I remember that is when I was really into Universal Studios,
Yeah.
and we were there all the time, and the whole idea that all of that was centered right there. I don't know what's the name of that hotel there.
not sure.
It's a real tall hotel.
It's right outside of
Right
Universal?
outside. It
Yeah, I know
is
what you're
Universal.
talking
It's the
about.
Universal
Yeah.
Sheridan, I think.
Right.
Or something like that. That's the building that was shaking in the movie, and
Oh, gotcha.
they did it by putting a flex thing in front of the lens and flexing it,
Oh, interesting.
which made the
Yeah.
vision of the building warp.
Right.
And they would to this day, I think they still ad nauseum tell you that on the tour.
Yeah, right.
But
but yeah, that was like kind of those disaster films, right?
Yes.
Like kind of that era. A lot
Yes.
of those, right?
Yeah,
And
they
wasn't
did,
Earthquake one of the main ones? right?
Earthquake was on the main ones.
Like Poseidon Adventure.
Poseidon Adventure. That's the other one
Yeah.
I was trying to think of. Those all kind of came out at
Right.
the same time,
Yeah.
or
Still-
around the same, couple of years.
Yeah, yeah.
I love those movies. They were cool.
Yeah, good stuff. Good
Yeah.
stuff. Here's a Criterion Collection from 1975. Barry Lyndon coming out on 4K Blu-ray. How about Clueless from 1995?
Okay.
That is also getting a steelbook. Batman Ninja. There's your animated one
Okay.
from 2018. Also, The Little Things from 2021, starring Denzel Washington, Rami Malek, and Jared Leto. Fallout Season 1. That was a solid show. Looking forward to the second season on that. That's getting a steelbook and a regular release. That was the show from 2024. Abigail, a little 2024 vampire horror. And that film turned out a lot better than I thought it was going to be. I ended up checking that out. It was actually a pretty fun watch, Abigail.
Nice.
About a little girl, right? But then
Yeah.
it's a super cool film, actually, and way more violent than I thought it was going to be. Speaking of violent, how about In a Violent Nature, the steelbook from that film, 2024? That was interesting film. It didn't have the impact I was hoping it would, but it still was worth a watch. Until Dawn, another horror film from 2025, getting a 4K Blu-ray this week. And The Amateur, Rami Malek's in that one too, also from 2025. And then Sinners. Not only is it coming out on HBO Max, it is getting a 4K Blu-ray release this week on a Steelbook and regular release for the 2025 film. So good stuff there, brother. Good stuff,
All right.
indeed. And speaking of good stuff, is it time?
Oh, brother, it is time. And I'm excited about this one, brother. I thought for a minute this might be the movie you were talking about.
Okay.
It is time to get it up. Get it. Oh, jeez, I can't do that. you know what's really bad? You know what I was getting ready to say?
What?
I'm just getting ready to say it's time to hook up. And you can't say that anymore either. Damn it, let's just go to Russ and Maggie's movie review.
Welcome, this is Jurassic Park.
Maggie, what did we just see?
Jurassic Park Rebirth.
Yeah, Jurassic World Rebirth is the new one. The new Jurassic Park movie just came out. Just got out of the theater. Maggie, what's your first thoughts on the Scarlett Johansson-led Jurassic World Rebirth?
Scarlett Johansson was fun, but for me, I felt like this was just like a really mid movie. It did not earn up to the hype for me, on my opinion, of what it says that it's going to be.
Well, what's it about? What's going on here in this movie?
So, Scarlett Johansson and this guy, he runs a company, and they're collecting blood samples from dinosaurs to find a cure for heart cancer.
Yeah, for heart disease. So they have to there's 3 specific dinosaurs they have to get these blood samples from in order to come up with this treatment for heart disease, possibly, right? So they have to go to this island. Why are all these dinosaurs living at this island? Do you remember?
Because of the climate, weather, it suits for them, and it's closer to the equator.
That's 100% right. That's exactly right. So the dinosaurs are still thriving. The place that they go to, no one's supposed to go there. So she gets her team. Why is no one supposed to go to this island? What does this island have to do with the Jurassic Park mythology?
Because they're visiting the park where the park was made, and what was the question?
No, what kind of dinosaurs are at this island and why are they there?
Oh.
Remember, this isn't actually Jurassic Park at this island. They were using it for something else. Do you remember?
Oh, they're using it to make mutation dinosaurs.
That's right. So they're doing these testings to change the genetics of some of the dinosaurs, and they accidentally come up one with it looks really creepy, kind of the one you see. What is it called?
D-Rex. Its head looks like a D.
Yeah, so the D-Rex looks like the Rancor monster mixed with a Tyrannosaurus Rex, don't you think?
Yes, it does.
Yeah, and it's pretty creepy.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So she assembles this crew. They go there and are going to get these samples, but there's another bunch of people that show up. Who are these people?
These people are strangers that accidentally ran into some creatures.
Yeah, that's right. So we have this family here, a dad with 2 daughters and one of the daughter's boyfriend, and they're traveling in their boat. And like you said, they get sideswiped by some of the big dinosaurs, end up having to get rescued by the crew, right? And then they end up having to go to this island. Maggie, looking at all the Jurassic Park movies, where do you think this one falls in line with the other Jurassic Park movies?
Honestly, this one's going to be last.
Yeah, I kind of have to agree, Maggie. I mean, I was really looking forward to this movie, but I didn't really relate to the characters. I didn't really like any of the characters much. The way it was written, the dialogue, there's a lot of illogical things in this movie that doesn't make a lot of sense. The things that people say and the way they act, I couldn't really get a hold on that. I was kind of bummed. Yeah, at least, what about the setting and the dinosaurs? What do you think of that?
I loved how they made the dinosaurs, and I thought it was just really, really cool to see it in a movie theater, like always, and I loved it.
Yeah, the dinosaurs look good. I think they filmed a lot of this in Thailand, so the setting was really neat. Dinosaurs look good, of course, but yep, just the human aspect of this. And I don't think it was the actor's fault. I think they did fine with their acting. It's kind of the way it was written. And I don't know, Maggie. I was just kind of surprised, kind of let down, I guess. But hey, movie theater was packed. There was a lot of people, and there was people clapping, at the end. So there's people enjoying it. But I guess maybe we just had our hopes too high. What do you think?
Yes.
So do you think people should go check out Jurassic World Rebirth?
Yes, I do think so. If you guys just think you guys love dinosaurs and you want to see them in a movie.
Yeah. Yeah. Didn't really matter too much when these characters got eliminated and eaten and stuff like that because I didn't really care about any of them, right?
Yes, and just wanted to say, I don't know if people are still wondering about, there are no characters from the old Jurassic Park movies, but y'all probably know that.
That's very true. That's good. We didn't point that out. Yep. No recurring characters in here, although one is mentioned, and that was it. But yeah, none of these people have been in the previous films. All right, Maggie, I guess that's it. Next week you're heading off to camp.
Oh, yeah, to Super Summer.
Yeah, that's going to be fun. You'll be off next week, but we'll still try to get a call in, and we'll take it from there. All right, boys. Until next time.
Sayonara.
Sayonara.
Well, have fun in Super Summer Camp.
Yeah, you get that summer
Sounds like
camp.
a good
Kids been
time.
doing a lot of camps.
Good time.
Yeah, it's fun.
Looks
but
like
yeah,
the movie was not a good
Jurassic
time.
World. Yeah,
I'm really disappointed.
and I have not heard a lot of good things.
Dang
We'll
it.
get into it, but yeah, it's too bad, man.
I wanted to see it in theater so bad.
Yeah, because those are definitely good theater films, right? Like,
Well, apparently not.
I will never forget
God,
seeing the
dude.
first one
Telling you,
in the theater.
when they drive up in those Jeeps and they have that astonished look on their face,
Yeah,
and the camera pans out and
You
there's
see
those
him.
dinosaurs. I had tears in my eyes, brother.
dude. I remember I looked like they did. I was just like, oh
Yep.
my god.
And I've said it before and I'll say it again. At that moment,
Mm.
I knew that movies would change forever.
Yeah, well, and they 100% did,
Yeah.
right? You know what's sad is I don't think we'll ever have that same experience again.
I don't know.
What will do it?
Huh?
What would do it? What would...
Microbes in the brain. I think that might help.
I'm just thinking from like going to the theater and being
Yeah.
absolutely blown away by the visuals of,
Yeah.
of film. I don't. What could they do to make it?
3D with no glasses.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
They need to take the best of 3D and the best of hologram and put
Yeah.
those together
Right.
and have movies that way
I mean, yeah.
with no
Yeah,
glasses.
it's gonna take that kind of technological
Yeah.
advance, not just something you're seeing on the screen.
No.
Because I think those days are over, dude.
Yeah, I think you're
Because
right.
like you had Jurassic Park, and then you had like
Yeah.
Terminator 2. Remember
Yeah.
when the first
Yeah.
time you saw that? It
Yeah.
blew your mind.
Absolutely.
I don't. Even the greatest looking films today don't like blow my mind anymore.
Uh-uh.
It's like it's expected. It
Yeah.
kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Like we're
spoiled.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, computer. It's just. It's not the way.
Well,
it
hell,
used to be,
nowadays you
man.
can do it on your damn laptop.
Right? Exactly. Your freaking phone has half that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, did you know that 28 years later was almost completely shot on an iPhone?
You're kidding.
No, and that went over $100 million. It's made
Wow.
worldwide. Like it's kicking butt.
That's cool.
Even though it didn't go over, it's like doing
Yeah.
super well. But yeah, the majority of that film shot on an iPhone.
That's amazing.
Yeah, just to give it that more like gritty, like
Yeah.
real feel
Yeah.
to it. But yeah, incredible, man.
Huh.
So thank you, Russ and Maggie. But
Yeah.
yeah, unfortunately, wow, yeah, that's not great news about Jurassic
No,
World.
darn it.
Well, let's take a look at Over Under, good sir.
Okay, let's do it.
Because last week was a big week.
Yes, sir.
See as how I went to both of them, brother.
Ooh.
Starting with Megan 2.0.
Ooh.
So took the daughter, had a little daddy-daughter date
How was that?
last Sunday because she loved the first. She loved the
Your
original.
children, you put a picture on Facebook
Yeah.
of your children doing karate.
Doing karate.
Holy crap, brother. all I could
pictures
do,
are awesome.
all I could do is think, you probably should have done that. Because people are going to look at those pictures. Dude, who wants to babysit these children?
Yeah, right.
They're terrifying looking.
Yeah, I know they took all these serious pictures,
fantastic
kicking.
pictures.
Yeah, the guy did a really good job on those pictures.
I think so too.
Yeah,
I loved
they
it.
turned out really good.
It was awesome.
Yeah, I'll have to put that. I'll put that on the DVD
Put
Weekly
that- yeah,
page.
absolutely.
I'll share the post.
Yeah, those are very
pretty
cool.
fun stuff. So took Quinn to Megan 2. First of all, she really wanted the popcorn bucket so bad, and so we got her the popcorn bucket.
Which head?
It's her head, but
Yeah.
her face comes off.
Ooh.
And then it shows because Megan gets rebuilt in this film. You watch the first, so her like robotics part. So you take the face off the popcorn bucket, and then you see her robotic like inside. Pretty cool. Like during the film, my daughter, she's 8 years old. Every time, like in the scenes where she like looked normal, had her face, she would have the face on the popcorn bucket, and then. When scenes where it looked like the underneath, she would take it off, and she would just like sit there and look at it. It was pretty
that's
cute.
cool.
But super cool popcorn bucket. But as for the movie, wow, like completely different than the first one.
Really?
Completely different.
Yeah.
I mean, it is more of a sci-fi action film. Which Russ and Maggie spoke to that last week.
Yeah.
Like the horror is gone. Like there's a few tense moments maybe.
Yeah.
But like sci-fi tense moments, right?
Huh.
And her character is just completely changed. She's not this like killer doll.
Yeah.
She's like helping, and she's good now. And it's
It's weird.
totally different vibe.
Yeah.
Completely different. Just I wasn't loving it.
So they kind of reinvented.
They
the
did,
story.
and I'm like, it's only one film. Like I don't feel like they needed to go in that direction.
Yeah.
And I gave it a 6.5.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't terrible. It was kind of a fun watch in the theater. But my daughter gave it 2 thumbs up,
Oh, cool.
and she actually liked it more than the first one,
Wow.
which surprised me a little bit. She likes the horror stuff, but still a pretty fun movie experience. But let's see how it did. It was expected to make $18 million. Oh, and there's a song from King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. They start playing it, it's kind of low, and I'm like, that's not King Gizzard, is it? And then it comes up in the mix, and I almost pooped my pants. It was a great moment. Megan 2 expected to make $18 million.
Yes, sir.
I said over.
Yeah.
You said over, and the actual was 10. Oh, it bombed. 10.2. It bombed. Like, completely bombed.
Wow.
Compared to the first one that like did really well in its open and then gained momentum, and like then everybody was talking about Megan. Remember?
Yeah.
Like it was
Yeah.
a big deal when that
Right.
movie came out. Well, Jason Blum from Blumhouse, like the owner, right? Like admitted, like, because they've been doing interviews about it and stuff, and he admitted that it was a mistake and that they thought they could do anything with Megan and have it be successful. So that's why they kind of switched the genre, because they just thought it's not going to hurt because everybody's still going to want to come see Megan. It didn't happen. Like the switch to sci-fi action was a complete turn-off to horror fans, right? So interesting that Jason Blum's even like, hey, I hope this doesn't discourage other movie companies in the future that want to kind of change up the formula of a franchise, because we thought it would work and we were completely wrong. Like, so they're basically admitting they screwed up. So
Hey, they could do a third one.
kind of interesting there. Well, and then there's a spin-off, right? There's a spin-off Megan film. I can't remember what the name of it is, but it's an adult. It's going to be a rated R, and it's like about a sex bot, I think.
Oh, wow.
But now they're saying, like, is that are they going to continue developing that after how bad this did?
Yeah.
So interesting to see what ends up with the Megan series.
Yeah, you throw sex in there, everybody's going to go.
Yeah, pretty much. Sex bot. I mean, who doesn't want to see that?
You can take the kids.
Yeah. So that wasn't my favorite movie of the year. But,
right.
brother, the other film that came out last weekend
Oh, bruh.
ended up being, I took my son on Saturday, early Saturday morning. We went to IMAX and saw F1 the movie,
How
brother.
did it sound, brother?
Oh, my God. It sounded like what Glory would sound
That's
like.
awesome.
Like, it sounded incredible, dude.
Wow.
Better than, IMAX, it used to be, you'd go to IMAX and it was like you were in awe of the video, too. Just like, oh, my God. I didn't have that same awe with the video anymore, because a lot of the other screens are almost just as big, like the Dolby Cinema there.
Yeah.
Honestly, I feel like it looks a little better.
Really?
Even though the screen might not be, top to bottom quite as big.
Yeah.
But there's no denying that the IMAX audio is just freaking booming. Like, the film sounded so good. And I absolutely loved this film. You know, I had high hopes going in, too. And most of the time when that happens, I'm disappointed.
Yep.
Not at all. I was not disappointed at all. It's just an awesome, thrilling, and just an intense viewing experience. Brad Pitt, freaking awesome as Sonny Hayes. He is so good, dude. He just, like, so real. Like, I don't know. There's something about his vibe that I've always really dug. He's just such a great actor. And he nailed that role of Sonny Hayes. He's, like, got the perfect attitude. Like, really cool. The soundtrack is great. Like, I ended up getting the vinyl. I think I told you about. I got the oil one coming.
Yeah,
It's shit. Just left the UK. So,
nice.
but it is a really good soundtrack. Like, it's pretty dance heavy, like techno heavy. But there's also like Chris Stapleton and like there's an Ed Sheeran, his song, which I'm not even an Ed Sheeran fan, but he's got a song Drive that is just fantastic on the soundtrack. My kid Cohen, he gave it 2 thumbs up. Really liked it, and he's been playing. So we have F1 25, the video game, and it's super cool because you can have these drivers in the game. So Sonny and then Joshua Pierce, his teammate, and then it has scenarios from the movie. So you get a clip from the movie, and then you play the scenario, and then you see another clip from the movie, and there's like 7 different scenarios. So that's been fun to go through. And then the popcorn bucket was awesome as well. The helmets, right? So we got the Sonny Hayes, but they also have Joshua Pierce. But anyway, overall, like, I gave this film an 8. It is my favorite film of the year. You know, as an F1 fan, there were things that happened that really bugged me.
Yeah.
Just some things that just extend, you know, just kind of take you out of the reality of it. There's a wreck that's so over the top. I'm just like, are you freaking serious? Like,
it just blows up for no reason.
Dude,
that kind of
it
thing.
just goes flying. And it's like, stuff like that has come close to happening. This one is so over the top. I'm just like, oh my God. That, and then like...
It hits a 747.
Yeah, right. It's like Final Destination stuff.
Yes, exactly.
And then, you know, another thing that bugged me, it has like the real announcers, like the real F1 announcers.
Oh, nice.
And, you know, during the races, it's like you can hear them, but you can hear it's like reverb on it. So it sounds like that's what you're hearing at the track, right? So it's like, you know, you kind of get that feeling of being there. But the thing is, they're so focused on those 2 drivers as they're talking, and it's like sometimes they're riding in the back and literally in last place, and they're only talking about him. And I'm just like, come on, man, that is so not realistic. And so little things like that kind of bugged me, but man, I could absolutely look past them because overall, and you know, the Top Gun reference I think I made last week on how I feel people are saying it's kind of like a Top Gun racing, 100%, like 100% that vibe, that kind of formula, so well done. Absolutely loved F1 the movie. Couldn't have been better for me. I mean, like, just so good and fantastic in IMAX for sure. So it was expected to make $45 million. I said over. You said over. And the actual was 57. Yes, went well over. It was actually a record breaker for Brad Pitt. His biggest opening weekend of a film ever.
Wow.
He's been in. Yeah, pretty freaking cool. So congrats to them. And because of that, Myron Freeman got both wrong this week.
Ooh.
But still leads everyone by 1 with 18. But then we got plenty of people right behind. And, brother, you and I are tied with 15.
Look at that.
Right now. You know, and speaking of movies, and we did this for movie night last night. I almost forgot to mention it.
Yeah.
Yesterday was the 40th anniversary, brother. The 40th anniversary of Back to the Future.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so we did that as movie night last night. The kids watched it for the first time, and I realized when I first saw that film, I was 8, maybe 9, which was the same age as my twins. So I was like, yeah, that's kind of cool. You guys are watching this basically at the same time I first did. Wow. And they enjoyed it. So, yeah, that was a fun watch last night. Kyler fell asleep. He always falls asleep. He never makes it through the Friday night movies. It's hilarious. This week, we have one movie in the theater this week, and Russ and Maggie just talked about it.
Yes, sir.
That's Jurassic World Rebirth. It is the 7th film in the series. 52% on Rotten Tomatoes, dude. That is not good for a Jurassic Park film.
Oh, bummer.
Yeah, it is pretty unfortunate. The expectation is $80 million. It's a good amount.
Yep.
That is a solid amount.
I went over, brother.
I went under.
Smart bang.
Yeah, I don't know if I don't know if the reviews are going to keep people away. I just kind of feel like, is this series done? Like,
See, I just felt like it's the perfect summer movie.
no, you're right.
Right?
You're right about that. I just feel like maybe off the heels of F1 doing so well last week,
Yeah.
that could do well. Interesting to see how Megan will do this week.
Yeah.
Will people just wait a week to see it, or is it going to be on VOD next week?
Yeah.
Like, honestly, I think we're going to see Megan 2
Right.
really, really soon. But yeah, I don't know. I think those things are going to hurt it. I think I remember saying this about the last Jurassic World film, thinking, oh, people are tired of it. It's
Yeah.
not, and I think it went over. So we'll see what happens. Because to your point, it's 4th of July weekend.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of people do go to the theater, and this is the big movie this week.
Yeah, they didn't
So we'll
redo
see.
Jaws, so
Yeah. Did you see Jaws is coming back to the theater though?
That's
and
what I
it's
heard.
coming to IMAX.
that's
dude.
so cool.
Yeah, like in August or something.
That movie is still just as good as the day
Oh
it came
yeah,
out.
it's fantastic.
just amazing.
Yeah, we watched it about a year ago, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, it still holds up
Yeah.
incredibly well.
Wow, that's cool.
So there you go. There's our show for 4th of July.
Very
brother.
nice,
It's time
brother.
to go get it on.
Time to eat some hot dogs.
Yeah, blow stuff up.
We've
I'm
got,
not gonna do that.
we are the king of the fun snaps. We've got the
Oh, nice.
world's largest box of fun snaps. Matter of fact, we usually have over half of them still left,
Right.
and then we save them for a year.
Yeah, there you go.
They never get old.
Did you see that? I shouldn't laugh because I believe
Oh, that
There were- yeah,
factory
the-
that,
the
oh my
fireworks factory that
goodness.
just exploded
That
in
was
California.
crazy.
Yeah, I think the last I heard there were like 7 people missing.
Oh
Like,
no.
Yeah, that's not good. I think it sounded. I mean, I don't know. The building had been smoking for a while, so I think most people were able to get out.
Yeah.
I believe because that building just blew
Yeah.
up, man.
Yeah.
That was like
There
unbelievable.
was not a whole lot left.
Oh, so don't let that happen to you today,
No.
folks.
Be safe and sane.
And sane.
Yes.
Exactly. If you're going to
Absolutely.
drink, maybe you shouldn't do the fireworks. Maybe just let other people do it.
Yeah, let the stupid neighbor do it.
Exactly. That's what I try to do.
If something happens to him, oh, what the hell was he thinking?
It's the 4th of July to remember. Okay, go to our website. It's www.dvdweeklypodcast.com. Fun and frivolity, like links to our Facebook fan page where Over Under is going strong. Email address at feedback@dvdweeklypodcast.com. And don't forget about that number, people.
406-426-1DVD.
Oh, that was almost patriotic.
Yeah, I know, right?
That was
I felt it. I felt it
That
in my
was
loins.
absolutely beautiful. Go out and blow up the neighborhood. Have a great time.
Sayonara.